War has been a part of human history for centuries, shaping nations and societies. But what ethical frameworks guide our understanding of war? Today we delve into the ethics of war, justifications and consequences. We'll explore the moral justifications for war, the consequences it brings, and the philosophical debates surrounding this complex issue. To begin, let's define what we mean by the ethics of war. This field of study examines the moral principles that govern the conduct of war and the justification for engaging in war. Philosophers like Michael Walzer and Immanuel Kant have contributed significantly to this discourse, providing frameworks that help us analyze the moral implications of warfare. One of the most prominent frameworks is just war theory, which outlines conditions under which war can be justified. This theory is divided into two main categories: jus ad bellum, the right to go to war, and jus in bello, the right conduct within war. Under jus ad bellum, a war can be justified if it meets several criteria. 1. Just cause. There must be a legitimate reason for going to war, such as self-defense or protecting human rights. 2. Legitimate authority. Only duly constituted authorities can declare a war. 3. Right intention. The intention behind the war must be to promote good or avoid evil. 4. Probability of success. There should be a reasonable chance of success to justify the costs of war. 5. Last resort. All other means of resolving the conflict must have been exhausted. On the other hand, jus in bello focuses on the ethical conduct during war. This includes principles such as 1. Distinction. Combatants must distinguish between military targets and non-combatants, protecting civilian lives. 2. Proportionality. The force used must be proportional to the military advantage gained. 3. Military necessity. Actions taken must be necessary to achieve a legitimate military objective. 4. Fair treatment of prisoners of war. Captured soldiers must be treated humanely and not subjected to torture or degrading treatment. While just war theory provides a framework for justifying war, we must also consider the consequences. War often leads to devastating humanitarian crises, loss of life, and long-term psychological effects on soldiers and civilians alike. The ethical implications of these consequences raise critical questions. Is the loss of life ever justified? What about the long-term impact on societies and cultures? According to the United Nations, millions of people are displaced due to conflict each year, and countless lives are lost. The ethical responsibility of nations engaging in war extends beyond the battlefield, encompassing the aftermath and the need for reconstruction and reconciliation. Philosophers have long debated the ethics of war. Pacifists argue that war is inherently immoral and advocate for non-violent solutions. In contrast, realists contend that war is a natural part of international relations and may be necessary for national interests. Immanuel Kant proposed the idea of a perpetual peace, suggesting that nations should work towards resolving conflicts through diplomacy rather than warfare. Meanwhile, thinkers like Karl von Clausewitz viewed war as an extension of politics, emphasizing its role in achieving political objectives. In our contemporary world, the ethics of war face new challenges. The rise of technology, such as drone warfare and cyber warfare, complicates traditional ethical frameworks. Questions arise: how do we apply just war theory to unmanned combat? What are the ethical implications of remote warfare, where the distance between the combatant and the battlefield is greater than ever? Moreover, the concept of collateral damage raises ethical dilemmas. How do we justify civilian casualties in pursuit of military objectives? The moral responsibility of leaders and nations in these scenarios is a topic of intense debate. International law plays a crucial role in regulating the ethics of war. Treaties such as the Geneva Convention set standards for humanitarian treatment during conflict. However, enforcement remains a challenge, and violations often go unpunished. The International Criminal Court, ICC, seeks to hold individuals accountable for war crimes, but its effectiveness is often questioned. The ethical implications of accountability and justice in the aftermath of war are vital for societal healing and preventing future conflicts. As we reflect on the ethics of war, It's clear that this topic is not just theoretical, it has real-world implications that affect millions. Understanding the justifications and consequences of war is essential for fostering a more peaceful world. I encourage you to engage in this conversation. What are your thoughts on the ethics of war? How can we work towards a more just and peaceful society? Share your views in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth discussions on important topics. Thank you for watching, and let's continue to explore the complexities of our world together. Remember, the journey towards understanding complex issues like the ethics of war is ongoing. Each perspective adds depth to our discussions and helps us grow as a community. Your voice matters, so let's keep the dialogue going. Follow us on social media for more updates and insights, and check out our website for additional resources on this topic. Until next time, stay curious and engaged.